All right, so what's up, y'all? So we're back at you again with another video, 2 days in a row.
We're doing good. Oh, wait. This is the hand with the broken nails.
Girl, they know. Corona.
Yeah.
So we are back at you with another video. And so today we're going to talk about something that we've been seeing circulate. And so the question of, is it okay for you to be friends with your ex? And I think just the extension of that question is it okay for you, I guess, to have friends with
I think it's different for some people. Is it okay for you to have friends of the opposite sex? But I think that really is more so a question. Well, I guess that could be that would be in same-sex relationships and heterosexual relationships sometimes.
yeah, and I think it's different for us. So I think the question that we've been seeing circulate in the LGBT community is it okay for you to have friends with the same sex? But we'll get to that
later
on.
Yeah, because it's actually ironic. Yeah, because I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Stay on course.
All right. So the first question that
friends with the ex.
Friends with the ex. So I'll answer first.
Well, yeah, because I think like in this case, we both feel pretty similar with that whole ex situation.
Yeah, so that is true. So both of us feel like, is it okay for you to be friends with your ex? No, not really. To be cordial and to, still answer a question, you don't have to like completely like cut that person off in terms of, even if they message you or something, you can't even respond back to that person.
Right.
But in terms of, being friends with your ex, we don't necessarily think it's necessary. And that's mainly because it's not that we don't trust each other. It's honestly like we don't trust
that person's intentions per se. Like, and again, I think that question in itself, there's no right or wrong answer because it really just depends on the couple and the people involved in that couple and like what works for them. So like what works for us is neither one of us feel like it's necessary to have this extended friendship with an ex. And I'll just speak for me, and then Bae, you could say if you agree with it, I guess. But I think for me, first off, this is not a control thing. It is not a power trip. I fully recognize that this gorgeous woman is her own person. And she is more than capable of making her own decisions. And that extends to who to be friends with and who not to be friends with. But I think that in terms of being friends with an ex or having a friendship with them, again, different from being cordial, different from, hey, how you doing? Seeing you, this great thing just happened for you on Facebook. That's what's up. Congratulations. That I feel like totally okay. Right? But in terms of there is this extended friendship, I think that for me, it makes me uncomfortable, not because I'm insecure in our relationship, but it makes me uncomfortable because I don't know that person's intention. I don't have a connection to that person. I don't have a relationship with that person. I don't have a history with that person. So there's really nothing connecting them and I. And with that being said, I cannot 100% say that I trust their intentions. Meaning, I don't know that they will respect our unit at all times. You know what I mean? I don't know that in the forefront of their mind at all times is, or if they even see us as a unit. There's so many unanswered questions because, again, there's not a relationship between me and that person or a history. So I can't say that I 100% trust their intentions. And so it's not even a fact of me saying, no, you cannot be friends, but it is a fact of me telling my wife, my partner, hey, this is a situation that doesn't make me comfortable because of this reason. And granted, she can respond with, okay, babe, I respect that that's how you feel. Therefore, I will move forward with not maintaining a friendship. Or she could go to bat for reasons why she might want to have that friendship. And then that's a separate conversation, but that's just how I feel. So.
I mean, I think that's ultimately how I feel as well.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I do have to say, there are some gray areas, some exception clauses. Yeah. Because I think about our situation, and where
but we're all cool.
Yeah, so it's a collective thing. Yeah. And I think if I'm being 100% honest, I was not all the way comfortable with that. And it did have me like, ooh, is this something that I could really do? Because
you probably have to help give them information, because they probably have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so she was previously married, right? And as a result of that, there are children from their marriage, right? So that means that she has to still communicate with that person. And for the sake of creating a healthy environment for the kids, and because of the history, right, there is a level of friendship there, right? That has had to go through its growing pains, right?
Yeah.
It
is now,
right. So it, and like everything else, it had to go through its growing pains. And so even when she and I met, there was this pre-existing history between them, obviously, right? And it did not make me 100% comfortable, because I'm like, I don't know this Negro. And so therefore I can't speak on his intentions. So I don't know.
And I felt like I could speak on his intentions because
she knew him, him. So it's a thing where I think she was also flexible with me, because she could understand. She understands why I would not be 100% comfortable in the beginning. And also I had to be flexible and recognize that this was a relationship that was necessary for the benefit of the children, ultimately, right? So that meant that I needed to stretch my, I don't know what I was stretching, but I had to stretch.
She stretched something.
I had to stretch something in order to process and be okay with it. And I will say that, shout out to that other side, because I felt like there was also some stretching and reciprocation and effort made in building a relationship,
right,
overall.
Yeah, because I think overall, and even though in the beginning there was hesitancy with, or she had to get comfortable with that.
Right.
She was also introduced during a time where me and him were just on a rocky in a rocky space. So it was just a lot going on. But I think that we all four of us had to come together as a unit, as a collective, because of the kids. So
wait. 4 meaning her and I.
Yeah.
And him and his. that will be the 4.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. Trying to give you guys details, right? As if you already know, but
right. Okay, sorry. Okay. Some of y'all don't know. So yeah, him and his, and us two, 4 of us.
Yes.
And so we all 4 of us had to come to we had to deal with all of the issues that we had overall.
Yeah.
And, don't get me wrong, things still come up, but
because we're human.
We're human, and
we're different.
We're different. We parent different. There's a lot of things that are different. And so, but overall, we're able to be cordial, and it's more than just cordial. Like we cool. Like I love
Yeah.
them, they love us. Like
like
we have a unit that works for us.
Right.
Yeah, but any other exes outside of that,
right? Because I feel like he's the only one. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he is the only exception to what works for me. Right, because I just wouldn't understand anybody else. Like,
especially if there were no kids.
Yes, that is, and I think that's what it is. I'm a person of logic. Things got to make sense for me. So even though I was uncomfortable, this was something that I'm uncomfortable with. Logically, it makes sense why there needs to be a relationship, and so that is also what pushed me to grow in that space, because logically
it makes sense.
I mean, it's necessary, you know. So
so I mean, I don't really have anything to add to that, because I think that, you know,
same page.
I feel the same way. She is not friends with any of her exes. There's no need.
Not like a budding friendship.
Yeah, at all. I mean, yeah.
Like, I've communicated.
Absolutely.
But also,
I have
she has known. You know, like we
don't hide anything. We be like, hey, yo, what's name reached out? Hey, yo.
I responded back.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. See, in those spaces, it's never had to be a continued conversation, because I think that we both appreciated that you told me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And also, like, if it wouldn't have needed to be something that we discussed unless it was now you're continuing to be in contact with this person. Okay, why?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what's the reason for that?
Right.
You know, and I think we were saying it is, so if it was my ex, it's my responsibility to make sure that she feels comfortable in that space, like even when, because again, we're adults, we're grown, right? We control ourselves, right? And we should be focusing on making sure that we are only trying to control ourselves and not each other. And so with that being said, if it's my ex, I should be the one communicating with you and making sure that you're feeling comfortable in this space of communication. Because if an ex reaches out and say, hey, I just wanted to see how you was doing, or even I saw this great thing happen for you, congratulations, like, oh, thank you, that's what's up, you know, how you been, how's your family, especially when you know their family, right? So I think that's fine. Like, that's just regular stuff. Like, that's
I think that's okay. But I also think, like she said, jumping back to the point where she said, it's our responsibility to inform each other, but it's also our responsibility to not just inform each other when someone reaches out, but also inform each other when somebody, you know,
crosses a line.
Because it's like when you hide that information, for me, I'm like, why are you hiding it? It makes me feel like it's more
than what you're saying.
Even if it's not, because you decided to hide it, it now makes me feel like it's more than what it is. So I think overall, the question as of should we be friends for this unit right here for Shani and Jay,
we don't
really think it's necessary. You know, we are not controlling, but we just don't feel like it's necessary. I don't even feel like it's necessary. I'm good. Like, if I wanted to continue to have a relationship with you, I probably would have been with you. But you know, I'm good. Like, I don't like.
And I think things are on a, like, it's a case by case basis. Like,
I think so.
When we say, I don't feel like it's necessary, there may be an instance where for somebody it might be necessary.
It might be necessary, exactly.
Right?
Like and that, but that's when you need to have the conversation.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, right? Like, I don't know, maybe an ex,
and y'all really are friends, y'all tight.
Right,
like y'all break up, but like you all were best friends.
Like, yo,
cool,
like this person, like, is my
and they don't they respect your unit.
Yes, and
that's
so
the biggest thing.
Yes, at that point, you bring them in, like, hey, come meet my other person, make sure that we're all comfortable, whatever. Like, I think the biggest thing is, like, if communication, and if you feel like, okay, there is some line of relationship between you and them, then it's not, you don't feel left out. Because I think that's the other thing, like, if it feels like a space or area where your partner is being excluded from, that tends to,
I don't think that's
it causes a lot of problems, because it's like, why does this have to be an area that is cut off,
be let into,
that I can't be let into, right?
And especially when you're married.
Yeah,
we're married, or when you, not even just when you're married, but when you are deciding to actually be with a person, like, there's a certain level of transparency that I feel like you owe that person. But that's just me. Some people move different, but I think overall that's that. So,
you know what I just thought about? So when we talk about being friends with, right?
Friends with the ex?
Yeah. I think about, maybe it also falls into how people classify friends. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, yeah.
Because, like, when I think about it, I'm like, if I'm thinking about my exes, I'm like, oh, we cool? Like, yeah, we straight.
Yeah.
Like, I could probably say we're friendly,
right?
But I don't have consistent communication with any of them. But I think for some people, like, oh yeah, that's my friend.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Like, true. So it could be how you classify friends.
Yeah.
Because I would say with my ex, I don't freaking have many, of course, but I would say with the few exes that I have, like, even if I was to see them, like,
it's
definitely
like,
give them a hug.
What's
hey,
up?
How you doing? Like, it's good seeing you, type of thing. But
not the we about to get up and chill and hang out type of friend.
Yeah, like,
maybe that's
like they not about to go on no movie date and I'm not there.
Yeah.
They not even about to go on the movie date and I am there. Like, it's just probably, it's like not gonna happen.
Like, why are we doing that?
So yeah, but that is true. I guess it depends on how you classify friends.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking about, like, this is not our life at all, but I'm thinking about in cases where people, you know how you see in movies when people are like, oh, such and such hit me up, they're in town, and they was like, oh, like, let's get up because I'm in town. How does that work?
Yeah,
I don't know. We've never had a situation like that.
And we won't, because yeah. The fuck?
She said, and we won't. Really, darling?
No, we won't.
Maybe that's an instance where you're like, oh, that would be great. Can I bring my such and such? You know what I mean?
I'm not even, maybe you would, and I probably would still look at you like if you've been like, hey, so XYZ's in town. They're inviting us to come out to eat with them. I am probably going to be like, looking like, and why?
Why are they inviting us out to eat?
Yeah, and if my ex was to call and be like, hey, I'm in town, I was just trying to see if I can get up with y'all, with you, and nah, I'm probably gonna be like, probably not. Like, I'm that straightforward. Like, it's not, probably not. So
I think it again, it depends on.
I think it does depend, but that's not me though. Like, I think that's just not me.
I mean, I've never had something like that happen.
Yeah,
I've seen it in the movies.
I mean, I think I haven't seen it in real life.
Oh,
I haven't. Yeah. Maybe so. If it is you, let us know down in the comments. But because we've gone on for too long, the next question that we were going to ask, we can't push to another video, just so this is like not extended. So we can push that to another video. We can potentially record it either after this or tomorrow. We'll figure out when we'll record it. We'll post it separately from this video because we've gone on for quite some time. But Yeah, let us know how you feel
How
about
do y'all
being
navigate
friends
that? Yeah.
with your ex, and how do you navigate that? Do y'all have exceptions to the rule? Please drop that down in the comments, and that's it. All right, y'all. Peace out. Peace and love and light.
Bye,
Bye.
guys. Stay safe.